the BBC, the Boring Broadcasting Corporation, epitome of lies, has released a quote-unquote investigative docu-series on an issue that has already been probed and investigated and dealt with and concluded by the highest court of India. It's flummoxing what they hope to portray when the truth is already out there. Fact is that the British Boring Propaganda Corporation was hoping it could peddle lies and get away with it. Tonight, the people of India are saying, at least Republic is saying, BBC quit India. Let's debate.
BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi titled India the Modi Question has triggered protests against BBC. The MEA has called it a propaganda piece designed to push a discredited narrative.
Let me just make it very clear. We think this is a propaganda piece designed to push a particular discredited narrative. The bias, a lack of objectivity, and frankly a continuing colonial mindset is blatantly visible. If anything, this film or documentary is a reflection on the agency and individuals that are peddling this narrative again. It makes us wonder whether about the purpose of this exercise and the agenda behind it. And frankly, we do not wish to dignify such efforts.
The BBC says its documentary was rigorously researched. Those who were interviewed reveal how points were cunningly sliced and diced.
What I would like you to consider also is that most of the voices are Indian voices. And to that extent, what they were doing is fulfilling the agenda of a very small, minuscule minority in India and trying to make it out to be the repository of liberalism and enlightenment in the world.
Yep. The allegation posed, the documentary has already been decided by the Supreme Court.
The proceeding has been pursued for last 60 years to keep the point boiling, obviously for ulterior design. It appears to us that a coalesced effort of the disgruntled officials of the state of Gujarat, along with others, was to create sensation by making revelations which were false to their own knowledge.
And turns out they have ruled out on the narrative of those who are currently under probe for conspiracy.
उस वक्त जो यूपीए की सरकार आई, उसने ढेर सारी मदद करी है तीसरा सेटेलाइट के एनजीओ को, ढेर सारी मदद करी है, सबको मालूम है, पूरे लुटियन दिल्ली को मालूम है.
गुजरात में तो आपकी सरकार थी इतने साल.
गुजरात में हमारी सरकार थी, मगर जो एनजीओ थे उसको भारत सरकार ने मदद करी है, सब जानते हैं. और केवल मोदी जी को टारगेट बनाकर ये सब किया गया. पॉलिटिकल गेन चाहते थे.
Many are pointing out that how UK is sending a team to India must mean India can send a team to probe matters in UK too. BBC should get its fact right or leave India.
The Godhra incident was cleared. The government of India, the government of Gujarat role, or even the Narendra Modi's involvement. Narendra Modi never involved. He maintained the Rajadharma. As part of the Rajadharma, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he maintained the peace and calm. BBC telecast such fabricated news. The viewers will decide what BBC is.
Let's debate.
I'll try a different format in this debate. My hashtag is clear, BBC Quit India. BBC Quit India, hashtag, ladies and gentlemen. Boring broadcasting, royalist organization, propaganda site, racist, culturally biased, prejudiced, carrying a huge colonial hangover, and intellectually shallow should quit India. I say tonight we are opening on a 30-second versus 30-second format, which means we'll keep it sharp, and I'll start with the former president of the Oxford Union, Rashmi Samant, must be a good debater, to open the debate. I give you 45 seconds as an opening speaker. In 45 seconds, we'll go to the other side. Point one, and you'll be debating with Atikur Rahman. One, I say there is no truth and substance. This is all nonsense that the BBC is putting. I'll go straight to the fact, the claim on Godhra, right? Now, the fact of the matter is, if this series touches upon the human tragedy of a Muslim family based out of UK, but the arson in the Sabarmati Express in coaches S4 and S6, where 59 Hindus were condemned to be burnt alive. Is that claim seen to be disputed? I repeat my question. The reality is that there was an SIT which was constituted by the government under Justice G.T. Nanavati and Justice Akshay Mehta, which concluded that the fire in the Sabarmati Express was not caused by accident, but the coach was set on fire by throwing petrol. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Why are you looking down and Google searching, Atikur? The report gives a point-by-point contest of the disputes raised.
I am fighting something.
31 Muslims were found guilty of the Godhra massacre on 22nd of February 2011 by the trial court, with only 11 receiving the death penalty and 20 receiving life in prison. And all 31 convictions were affirmed by the Gujarat High Court in October 2017, resulting in everyone receiving a life sentence. So the excerpt from the Nanavati Commission report pointed out to the fact that the gruesome killing was not an accident but a conspiracy. And the report also speaks about no evidence to show any involvement of the then Chief Minister and the ministers. I'm giving you facts, sir. Counter me. Atikur, counter me. Stop this lie, this narrative. Counter
May I
me.
come in? Yeah, I thought Rashmi would be speaking.
No, you speak first and then
yes,
Rashmi
I am
comes.
countering. I have just 2 points, Arnab. Fine. Just 2 points. Sabak sikhaya humne. Who told? The Home Minister of India. Godhra ka sabak humne sikhaya. What does that mean? And following the same point, the same line of argument, Advocate Amitesh Banerjee was twice rejected by the government of
Sorry,
India.
no, one minute. Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute. 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute you're lying. The report, I'll tell you one thing. Don't do this with me. First of all, I have no faith in the print media. Okay? This is a television channel. I am telling you a Nanavati Commission report which speaks about no evidence to show the involvement of the Chief Minister or the other ministers. You're lying. Rashmi Samant, I'm going to you, but before that I will quote the Nanavati report. It says, and I quote, there is absolutely no evidence to show that either the Chief Minister or any of the other ministers in his Council of Ministers or the police officers had played any role in the Godhra incident, or that there was any lapse on their part in the manner of providing protection, relief and rehabilitation to all the victims of the communal riots, or in the matter of not complying with the recommendations and directions given by the National Human Rights Commission. So the boring broadcasting corporation can go to hell. It's talking rubbish. It's talking through its heart.
You're right, Arnab. It is actually talking rubbish. The main actors of the recent BBC film happen to be people with second-hand knowledge of the incident itself. And they seem to be regurgitating facts, including people like Jack Straw, whose involvement in the Iraqi invasion should be first investigated before he can point fingers on India. So unfortunately, this is the kind of muddy ground that the BBC is standing
Mr.
on.
Modi. Rashmi,
Sorry?
there is an interview of Mr. Modi in the documentary. What's the interview?
1 minute, 1 minute.
What's the
I'll tell you.
interview?
I'll tell you. 1 minute. I'll tell you
What?
one thing. I'll tell you. No.
What
Atikur,
Mr. Modi resolved in the interview?
Atikur, 1 minute. Atikur,
He
I'll tell
resolved
Atikur,
to
such lies,
set forth
such
on
lies,
the
such
media.
lies, such
And he
lies.
put the
Lie number
media.
Lie number two, I'm
Mr.
calling
Modi
upon
resolved.
Savio
The
Rodriguez,
interview is very
Savio
much
Rodriguez and Tala Ahmed Rashidi on my 1 minute versus 1 minute format. Secondly, the curious case of these three people, Teesta Setalwad, RB Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt. Surprisingly, I'm told the BBC investigative propaganda makes a martyr out of RB Srikumar, Sanjeev Bhatt and Teesta Setalwad. I don't know if it does, I've not seen it, whose conduct and demeanor were questionable. Now the fact is, the investigation of the SIT is called superficial. The SIT was constituted by the Supreme Court on 26th March 2008 in 9 matters to be investigated again. The meeting of 27th February 2002 has been, is portrayed in such a way, and there's a claim being made out here that Ehsan Jafri called the Chief Minister of Gujarat for help. There was no proof to substantiate the claims of Ehsan Jafri. There is no record. You can make any claim, there is no record. There is no record. In the absence of record, how do you make claims, and you call this investigative journalism? Now when I go detailed, Tala Ahmed Rashidi will not say anything. Notice that, Savio? Now he'll
You
be
know-
quiet. He's thinking, where is all this information
No,
coming?
I'll just start
Well-
with this Urdu couplet. जो चुप रहे
Well,
जी ज़बान
मैं इधर पोइट्री कंपटीशन नहीं कर रहा हूँ भाई साहब, जमीन हकीकत के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. आप अभी when you can't answer me, don't do Urdu poetry with me. I am not here to do Urdu poetry. I am not an expert on Urdu or poetry. I am neither an expert on Urdu or poetry. Please don't do Urdu poetry on my program, the news program. Urdu poetry कर रहे हैं.
Mr. Rashidi, can I make a
I
statement?
don't believe in any poetry on my program.
Who released
Can I make a comment, Mr. Rashidi?
Bilkis Banu, who killed Ehsan Jafri, and who was the then Chief Minister of Gujarat when the riots were happening in Gujarat, and for 3 days
Are you bigger than the Supreme
government
Court?
did not take its
Are
action.
you bigger or higher than the Supreme
and
Court,
why don't
sir?
you, if you just go through the
Are you
records,
higher
the
or
records
bigger
that you
than the
call are
Supreme
missing.
Court?
If you go through the records,
Are
the
you
armed
higher and
forces
bigger
were
than the
sent from
Supreme Court? Answer the
central
question.
government, but the armed forces were.
Are you higher and bigger than the Supreme Court? You're not answering the question, you're just rambling.
Who halted them at the airport? Who did not allow
Are you
them to
higher
take
and
charge
bigger than
of
the Supreme Court?
Situation of the law and order situation of Gujarat?
Unfortunately, people like you all
48
consider
hours.
yourselves
Why
to be
was
higher
the
than the
held back
Supreme
on the
Court.
airport itself?
You all
The
think you're
armed
a
children
court
are
on
Hashtag
your
tonight
own.
BBC quit
You
India.
all think it is right to just
Article is counseling. Article also on the right.
That's
Who
all
killed
you all do.
Ehsan
You'll
Jafri?
allege.
Political clout.
You know, Arnab, BBC is supposed to be a news channel. I was not aware that it's an OTT platform showcasing fictitious movies.
Power.
Because that's exactly what it is. It is a fictitious.
Mr. Modi
It is a
from
fictitious
power, then
movie of
investigate.
lies.
Then
It is a
investigate.
fictitious movies of lies. Of lies.
Okay. If
The
this
problem
BBC
is, I think BBC
fictitious,
should follow
a
up with the
third
Supreme
great
Court.
Vivek Agnihotri, you believed him. You believed him.
No, the
A
BBC
third
report
great
is fictitious.
filmmaker
It is fictitious.
is believed by you, but
Are you
BBC
going to allow
Okay, I'll tell you one more
Minister
fact.
to be insulted?
Viewers,
Who is
people,
the British
viewers,
broadcaster?
I want to now show you.
They are
I
here
want to
to
now
sow
show you.
division.
Viewers, 1 minute. I'll
Always
exhibit
sow
something here.
division in India.
I'll show something now.
Media companies like BBC always want to sow division.
It's nothing. It's a
They
licensing
want
company.
to sow division. They want to sow division between Hindu and Muslims. That's exactly what BBC wants to do. This is BBC is wanting to do it. You open your eyes, Atiqul Rahman. You open your eyes and stop being a bigot. Stop being a hypocrite.
so why are you shutting your
The
eyes?
BBC
I
is
am
trying to
ready open my
divide
eyes,
Hindus and Muslims.
provided
That's
you
what they're
don't
trying to
shut
do.
your eyes.
And you are being a bigot.
You want to
You are being
believe
like
a
every
third
other
great film
Muslim
director
bigot.
of a third great
You,
filmmaker.
I believe the
Vivek
Supreme Court.
Agnihotri
I
was
believe the
exiled
Supreme
by-
Court.
But you do
I
not
believe the Supreme
BBC.
Court.
I
believe the
It's-
Supreme
it's
Court.
no.
You talk against the Supreme Court. Let me see
Article
your
one point.
courage to do that.
Article 1 point. I want to bring Abhishek also in. When you.
I believe the Supreme Court's order.
Savio,
I believe the Supreme Court's order.
Savio,
I believe the Supreme Court's order.
Savio, I'll tell you one thing. Savio, okay. Suppose somebody makes a claim. I'll tell you a little story. One day, Savio Rodriguez wakes up and somebody comes to him and says, Savio, somebody attacked me. And then Savio looks at the person and he says, what's your name? The person says, my name is Parambir Singh. Will Savio believe that claim? He won't. Suppose the person says, my name is Sachin Waze. Will he believe him? He won't. And suppose that person says, Savio, my name is RB Srikumar, and I was the then additional DG intelligence. Will Savio Rodriguez believe him? He won't. You know why? Because you can't trust RB Srikumar. RB Srikumar claimed that K. Chakrabarti, who was then the DGP, had informed him on the 28th of February 2002 that the Chief Minister has allegedly said in the meeting, let people vent their anger. But as per the SIT report, and I quote now, Sri Chakrabarti has denied that he had any such talks with RB Srikumar. This is the written SIT report. Even otherwise, the version of RB Srikumar becomes hearsay and inadmissible in view of the denial of Sri K. Chakrabarti. That is the factual and legal position. I am not even questioning whether RB Srikumar is a moral compass or whether he was caught in the case of the false testimony in the Gujarat riots. Also happens to be the man who tried to frame ISRO hero scientist Nambi Narayanan. I'm not talking of his moral compass. I am saying Abhishek Banerjee, which kind of people are they making heroes?
Yeah, Arnab, I mean, basically this blood libel against
Abhishek!
Narendra Modi over
Abhishek, continue.
Yeah, so basically this blood libel against Narendra Modi over the 2002 riots has gone on long enough. And BBC is supposed to be a real news channel. It is a pity it is airing these fake news documentaries. One can go on lie after lie. First of all, this libel about the Godhra, about something about the Godhra Kand. The High Court has condemned the criminals. Still, there was this fake news about this commission which claimed it was an accident. And if you go back to that time, then I will remind you there was some kind of nonsensical citizen tribunal at that time which said that that the Hindus over there, the Karsevaks had tried to harass some Muslim woman. They came up with that. When that theory flopped, then they started saying, no, it is a conspiracy by the highest BJP leaders also. So these lies, then there were the lies that there was too long wait to bring in the army. That was another lie. Then there was a lie made up about the daughter of one MP being murdered. That person is still alive actually. The person who was accused of being murdered, who said that she has been murdered, she is still alive. And then the gruesome details were concocted about one fetus and all these things, they were concocted for a foreign audience. And who has the BBC making heroes? These police officers who are accused of attacking these ISRO scientists and framing them.
Anyway, listen to me. Listen to Abhishek. Let me give you a prophecy. Let me give you a prophecy. This man has such a inferiority complex, Savio. I'll give you a prophecy. 3-4 years from now, when you go to the UK, nobody's going to be watching the BBC.
Has an inferiority
They're going to be
complex.
watching Republic. Anyway, I'll tell you one last thing now. Now listen to me. I want to go on facts. I want to go on facts.
Why do they care about the
I want to go on facts. I want to go on facts. And I want to catch the lie of Atikur.
Modi want the white man's approval?
I want to catch the lie of Atikur. Atikur, you just said.
We don't need.
Savio said something. Windows back on the screen, please. What do you say, Savio? Go on, Savio. I'm extending the debate.
I said we don't need the white man's approval.
Of course we do.
But it is incumbent upon us to call out the lies of the white man. The white man has been lying for centuries.
Mr. Modi,
the white man must look into his own house.
You believe in the
and look into his own house. Not look into our eyes.
Mr. Modi.
I don't need the white man's. I don't need. We don't need the white man's approval because of three reasons. We don't need the white man's approval because our culture is superior, our technology is advanced, and our English is better as well.
Correct.
Now the last question, last point. Mr. Atikur Rahman said, let's catch a lie. I'm doing a catch a lie session at the end of my program tonight. And this debate is going crazy, trending tonight.
Is that why you
in the
and
catch
Rashmi
a lie
went to
session,
Oxford,
viewers, I shall give everyone.
Rashmi went to Oxford?
Rashmi, yeah. Okay. We went to Oxford because we are markedly better than them. Yeah. We're better than them. Now listen. Don't cackle like that. Have some decency. How are you talking, man? Please listen to me.
You're a product of the British education system.
I am a product of Kendriya Vidyalaya and Hindu College as well. Mind your words.
That's all.
I am a product of Kendriya Vidyalaya and Hindu College. Just be quiet. Now my question is to Atikur. Be quiet now. Don't disturb me.
You're a product of British education.
Just be quiet, you colonialist. Atikur, you said that the Amit Shah said sabak sikhaya. You are lying. Because you're trying to contort, Rashmi is trying to contort the words of the Union Home Minister. Amit Shah had said that the rioters were taught a lesson and jailed. That's what he meant when he said sabak sikhaya. He said, and I'll tell you the words, he said this in Khera district, Amit Shah said, everyone on the screen, he said there have been many riots in Bharuch, curfew, violence. There was no room for development in Gujarat because of the chaos. In 2002, they tried to indulge in communal violence. We taught them a lesson. We put them in jail. It's been 22 years. We have not put a curfew even once. BJP has done work to bring peace to a land that saw frequent communal riots. You were trying to put fake news on my program, Rashmi. I think I should sue him.
Exactly, Arnab. And this is the kind of misinformation which has led to repeated violence in India and abroad. Even in Leicester, it was misinformation which caused riots. It is this kind of misinformation and taking statements out of context that further instigates society, further creates communal disharmony, and further causes riots. This is a problem. This is a critical problem.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the debate tonight. Trending. BBC Quit India is trending nationally. We had a fantastic news day today and a great show. And we are fighting for the wrestlers. They're meeting the sports minister again. We're on the side of the truth. We're activists for the truth. And I shall see you soon once again. Only for tonight. Good night and goodbye.